What if I could tell you without even committing to the particular EC2 instance type, still you can save 72% and more. And let's understand this specific plan, which is called savings plan. Most beginners learn reserved instances and assume that's the gold standard to save cost. But AWS built something even more flexible to save cost. You just commit to the certain spending level and then you can automatically apply discounts on a running EC2 instance, Fargate and Lambda as well. In this video, you're going to learn what savings plans are, then what are the difference between savings plan and reserved instance, which is very critical to understand, and then how you can use them and when you can use them. The last not but the least, exam scenario. Exactly what AWS certification exam loves to test on this savings plan. Imagine your phone plan. The phone service provider doesn't care whether you're calling your mom or family or friends, school or college, but you just commit to the spending setup bill and then you can call anyone if you want. The same way this savings plan works. It doesn't matter what kind of EC2 instance you use, which region you're using, whether you're changing the EC2 instance type, savings plan, you just commit to the certain spending level, automatically discounts will be applicable to those resources. And when we say resource, it is EC2 instance, Lambda and Fargate. The flexibility is the exactly why many organizations prefer savings plan than the reserved instance. Because when organizations going through a lot of changes, especially business changes, automatically it has impact on the cloud infrastructure and that has to change as well. So if you are commit to the reserved instance, cost savings becomes difficult. But if you commit to the savings plan, it doesn't matter what kind of changes I'm making, whether I'm changing the regions, I'm changing the EC2 instance type, Lambda and the Fargate instances, automatically discounts will be applicable. Savings plan's core idea is just commit to the certain spending level, dollar spending level. You can freely change instance families, sizes, and the operating system when you want to during that commitment period for 1 year or 3 years. That's the core idea, and that gives a lot of organizations flexibility to change their infrastructure, architecture, and everything related to the business. Now let's understand the key difference. This is very critical to understand. Let's talk about the commitment type. For the reserved instance, specific instance type you have to commit on. Let's say you want to commit on M5 X large and you see a lot of instances being used for many applications, right? So that's why you pick that EC2 instance type and you commit for 1 year or 3 year billing. And savings plans commitment is nothing but it's a spending level. You set the spending level and based on that you get the discounts. Number 2 feature is instance flexibility. So for reserved instance, you are locked into the family, size and region. But for savings plan, you are not locked into. You can change family, size, operating system freely whenever you want to. And reserved instance best for stable, unchanging workloads for 1 year or 3 year minimum. But for savings plan, it is best for evolving architecture because business is changing and that's why architecture changes, infrastructure changes, and savings plan is best for that kind of scenario. And in terms of service coverage, reserved instance is applicable for only EC2 instances, but savings plan applicable to EC2, Fargate and Lambda. So you're getting more advantage. And last one, modern team always prefer savings plan because they love flexibility. Who don't want flexibility? Everyone wants it, all right? The way it works is you analyze and review your compute usage and then you commit to the dollar spending, then choose 1 or 3 year commitment or duration and then apply the savings plan. I will show you in the console. Let's talk about some real world use cases. Savings plan is best for the growing startup because every day things are changing and it's very challenging if you work for any startup company. So for the growing startup, saving plan is ideal. Then you have a SaaS provider, software as a service provider. You're running many instances And after a certain time, you're changing the instance type, you're changing the region, because architecture changes, because you want to serve more to the business or users. So SaaS provider savings plan is ideal. But the last one is the cloud native enterprise. It uses mix of EC2 instance, Fargate and Lambda. The architecture and infrastructure uses mix of EC2, Fargate and Lambda. In such scenario, savings plan is ideal, and that can save the cost for the business. For the exam wants to always confuse you between on-demand, reserved instance, savings plan and spot instances. For example, a company wants a long-term savings plan but expects to change instance types. Students often pick reserved instance because they only know reserved instance. Generally, they are not exposed to the savings plan because savings plan normally handled by the top level business people or the business owner or the director level people in the organization. So this is a wrong pick. The right pick is savings plan. Same big discounts but with the flexibility to change EC2 instance type, sizes and then services as needs evolve. So let's remember this point. When you have a stable workload plus maximum commitment, then you go for reserved instance. But when you want stable spending and architecture flexibility, then go for savings plan. Then if you have interruptible and flexible workloads, go for spot instance. All right. This is for your quick reference. For on-demand, no commitment required. For reserved instance, a specific instance type, you have to commit for 1 or 3 year. Savings plan, only you commit to the spending level and then you have a flexibility to change the EC2 instance type, size and region as well. And the spot instance, always when you have a interruptible workload, then only you go for spot instances. So ready to save without lock-in, especially when you have a lock-in for reserved instance, then you go for savings plan. As I told before, savings plan includes discounts for EC2, Lambda and the Fargate together, right? Especially when you have an enterprise architecture which has a mix of EC2, Lambda and Fargate, savings plan is the best for your business. Remember the 5 things before you go. This is a modern model. Savings plans are AWS's perfect cost optimization tool for today's cloud environment, because today's cloud environment is changing every day. Then number 2 is you have a commit to spending. You commit to $1 per hour compute spending level and not a specific instance type. You get up to 72% off and multi-services included for savings plan, EC2, Fargate and Lambda. Then you have a more flexibility. You can change instance family, size, operating system, services and still keep your discount applicable to your resources. After you end this video, immediately you go and check it out. Go to the AWS console or wherever project you are working for, go to the AWS console and check any reserved instances already you own in your account. Once you do that, then second step you do, pull up the AWS Cost Explorer savings plan recommendation page and understand how savings plan saving the cost for your business. And memorize a 3-way decision rule before your next practice exam. Number 1 is stable workload plus max commitment is a reserved instance. Stable spending plus flexibility is savings plan. Interruptible workloads, spot instances. Remember these 3 points and you're good for this exam. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you understand how savings plan can help your business with flexibility to change EC2 instance type, size, region, also flexibility included or billing discount included on Lambda and Fargate as well. Thank you so much. If you have any question, don't hesitate to put a comment in below and I will see you in the next piece.